Hi, I'm Candace with Integrated Fitness of Dover, and today I want to talk to you about knee pain when squatting. So the squat is a fantastic lower body exercise that engages all of the major muscle groups of the lower body, including the lower back and the core, quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves, inner and outer thighs, you name it, the squat hits it. So it's not one of those exercises that you want to skip or ignore because you have some pain while doing it. There are a few things that normally cause pain in the knee that are not an actual knee problem. This video is not meant to diagnose a knee problem. It's always good to see your primary care physician, but many times these little aches and pains that we have are not an actual knee problem, but just referral pain, which means the problem is somewhere else and the knee is where the pain is ending up. So it can be really frustrating. One of the number one causes of knee pain is just improper form. And the number one thing I see with the squat in terms of knee pain is what we call a valgus. A valgus is also called a knee cave, and a knee cave can be caused by weak outer thigh muscles and hips and glutes, and it can also be caused by tight inner thighs. So I'm going to show you what that looks like and then give you a couple of tips and exercises to help you correct that. This is a valgus. When squatting, the knees come in. Okay, the ankles also tend to roll in, the outsides of the feet come off, and that right there collapses your entire squat form. What you want to do is think about pointing your toes out just slightly, exteriorly rotating your legs, meaning you're going to screw them down and out, focusing on pressing the knees outward. That way when we squat down, the knees stay nice and straight over the toes. Whatever the direction of your toes are, that is the direction that you want your knees to follow. Another problem with squatting, or something that will cause knee pain, is your shoe choice. In the squat, you want to have a flat shoe. That's not a running sneaker. Running sneakers are very cushioned. A lot of them are round on the bottom, have a little bit more heel than your natural foot, and that can just misalign everything and put more pressure on the front of the knee when squatting. So you always want to have flat shoes like a Converse or a weightlifting shoe, or like I am, just take the shoes right off. Another common form error with the squat is the angle of the knee joint. So when you squat, it's okay for the knees to come forward, but if your knees are coming so far forward that your heels feel like they're going to lift off the floor, like your Achilles tendons and calves are really tight, that's too far forward, okay? So you want to equally bend at the hip and in the knee so that the bar comes straight up and down. Here, up. Breaking at the knees, breaking at the hips at the same time. Pushing the knees forward while at the same time shooting the hips backward. Okay? And then up. Those are some of the common form errors when squatting. So now that we've gone over the basic squat form, I want to talk about IT bands. Many people's knees are painful when they squat or when they run, and it has nothing to do with their form, and it has everything to do with their IT band. The IT band is connective tissue that runs from the hip to the outside of the knee joint. So when this band gets tight, it literally pulls the knee out of alignment. So stretching the IT bands before and after workouts can actually solve the problem sometimes. So I'm going to show you two variations on the IT band stretch. The first one is called Pigeons. And to get into Pigeon, I like to come to all fours, bring right knee to right wrist, and then pull the foot out from underneath, okay? Now, what's gonna happen is, and you'll see many people do this where they sit on their knee and then fold over. That's actually not really gonna stretch it. You wanna keep your hips square to the mat and then use that back foot to kind of scoot yourself back. The goal is to get your shin bone parallel to the front of the mat. And then from there, you can just gently fold over, use your arms for support. You do not need to collapse. You don't need to sit. This is plenty. If this is uncomfortable for you, or you can't get onto the mat, you can also do it standing. Find a bench or a stair or something that's just about knee height. And what you're going to do is you're going to square your hips. Okay, you're going to have your shin bone parallel to whatever you're on. And then from there, you can start to fold over. Okay, this is another great variation. I have tight IT bands, so for me, this is a fantastic stretch. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, maybe do it 2 or 3 times on each side, and that will hit the IT band. The third potential issue besides squat form and besides tight IT bands is a muscular imbalance on inner and outer thighs. So a great way to balance that out is through exercise. So there's two exercises I'm going to show you. One is for the outer thigh, one is for the inner thigh. You're looking to do 15 to 20 reps on each side. So you're going to lay on your side. You can have your head resting on your arm, or you can prop it up for support. You're going to flex both feet, meaning pulling your toes toward you and pressing through the heels. And you're just going to lift your foot to shoulder height. That's it. Pressing through the heel and lifting. The glute is tight, leg is tight, lift. Here we're working glute, hip, and outer thigh. Then when you're done, you can put that foot behind you, and you are going to lift the bottom leg. Same thing, foot is flexed, lifting, pressing through the heel as high as you can, okay? This is gonna hit all of the inner thigh or adductor muscles. Just like that. 15 to 20 reps on each side a few times a week, and that should fix any imbalances. So we've gone over squat form, proper shoe wear, tight IT bands, and muscular imbalances. If you try all of these things and you still are having that knee pain, we would recommend that you come in for a free consult with one of our strength and conditioning coaches to figure out what squat form works best for you. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more tips and tricks.